Alarme aux armes citoyens, c'est-tu pas assez fatigant, hostie de toxin? So, alarm to armed citizen. Is it not so fucking annoying, a toxin? So I'm gonna shut it down right now so you can see my face. So please bear with us. We're going to make this a bilingual broadcast today. First in English, welcome to my living room in beautiful British Columbia, best place on earth in the Rockies. Bienvenue dans mon salon, dans la plus belle place au monde, les Rocheuses du Canada en Colombie-Britannique. So I go by the name of Jeff Fortin. At least I answer to that every once in a while. So plusieurs fois par jour, je réponds au nom de Jean-François Fortin ou Jeff Fortin si vous préférez. So yeah, please bear with us. We're going to make that a bilingual broadcast. Today I am on my channel with Miss Angèle Prince. So Miss Angèle Prince is right here. Bonjour madame. S'il vous plaît, découpez votre...
Canada.
So yeah, people of Canada, welcome to my channel. If it's the first time on, welcome indeed. If you are back onto it, welcome again. And of course, our weapon are this. And I don't have paper with me, but yeah, in fact, I do have paper. And that, these are our weapons and our mind and my big mouth. So, alors, nos armes, quand je demande aux armes citoyens, c'est donc papier, crayon et ma grande Moses de gueule que je suis pas capable de fermer. Heureusement que j'ai le contrôle des pitons pour la caméra. So, yeah, I have control for the camera. So that's a good thing because I cannot shut my mouth. Second, we're going to welcome for the first time on my channel, Miss Maureen Weir from Saskatchewan. Bienvenue, welcome. If you'd like to say hello to the people of Canada, I'd be appreciated.
Hello, everyone.
And thank you very much for being here. Merci beaucoup d'être présente sur ma chaîne. And last but not least, Mr. Paul Chauvin from Ontario. He is Lieutenant Governor de Jure for Ontario. So please uncut your microphone and say hi to the people of Canada. S'il vous plaît, veuillez découper votre micro et dire bonjour aux gens du Canada.
Bonjour aux gens du Canada. Hello, people of Canada.
All right, so today let me remind you that we've done a lot of things that you may not be aware of. They're all available on my channel. Most of it was done in French. No insult to the people of Canada who only speaks English. I was born French. It is not a flaw. And good news for you, it is not a sickness. I was born that way, and you cannot get it. So unless you choose so. Donc c'est pas contagieux. Donc vous n'aurez pas de problème. It's not contagious. So today we have a little proclamation to make to the people of Canada. It is very important. If you missed the previous episode or thing that we've done, or if you are aware about it, si vous êtes informé, we have officially crowned the King of Canada on July 1st, 2017 in Ottawa in front of Parliament on Canada Day, which was the 150th anniversary of Canada, or so-called Canada. Because the bad news is it was not Canada. It was always a corporation, a de facto illegal corporation. You can read it in the Black's Law Dictionary if you don't know what de facto means. And today we're giving you the choice between the de facto government and the de jure government. Even if you don't take that choice, we are still acting as de jure. And when I say we, I'm not part of it. These are the people that are part of it. Miss Angèle Prince here is a free and volunteer to be de jure Governor General of Canada by and for the people. She's just a regular person, just like any of you watching, except the CSIS official agent, which is currently watching. So hello to you. Happy to provide you with some hours of entertainment. We're still doing it. We don't care about the de facto government because they are de facto, they are illegal, so we don't care, just like they didn't care about us for the bulk of the past 50 years. Alors donc, on a, si vous ne le savez pas, nommé un roi et placé la couronne sur sa tête le 1er juillet 2017 à Ottawa, en face du Parlement. Peut-être que ça va vous surprendre, peut-être que vous n'aimerez pas ça, mais ça a été fait quand même. Les opinions, incluant la mienne, je m'en fous pas mal, donc on l'a fait et on va continuer d'agir sans l'opinion des imbéciles qui sont le gouvernement de facto, qui est illégal depuis 50 ans. Si vous ne savez pas ce que de facto veut dire, je vous suggère d'aller lire le dictionnaire Black's Law et vous allez pouvoir trouver la définition. Donc c'est peut-être surprenant, mais c'est un fait quand même. Je suis le premier à être surpris de ce fait-là. Pourtant, j'étais présent. So I'm the first one to be surprised about that fact, even though I was present on that day. It's still true. It's still an official and authentic act. It needed to be done. So it's done, and we're taking it back. Opinion don't count once again, including mine, and probably foremost mine. So now we have a declaration that is going to be done in the name of the King of Canada, the Jure King of Canada, made by Miss Angèle Prince, first in French, and secondly by Miss Maureen Weir from Saskatchewan here in English. So Miss Angèle Prince, I'm going to shut my camera and leave the floor to you. And I'm going to actually share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Hold on, give me a second here so I can, among every window that I have here, find my way. Here we go. Share screen. I'm going to share my screen number 1 so you briefly see what I'm seeing. Where I'm going to put this above everything. So first in French, I said, let's hide this little thing. Donc, here we go in French. She's going to read this out loud to you people.
Au peuple du Canada, en ce jour de grâce de 30 janvier 2019, par la prérogative royale qui m'est confiée par ordre de Denis Ier, roi du Canada de jurer, par la présence, je déclare toute participation du Canada aux organisations privées énumérées ci-après, telles que signées par le gouvernement de FACTO, l'ONU, l'Organisation des Nations Unies, l'OTAN, l'Organisation du Traité de l'Atlantique Nord, le FMI, le Fonds monétaire international, le BRI, la Banque de règlements internationaux, le BM, la Banque mondiale. Ordre vous est donné d'obéir immédiatement. Angèle Prince, gouverneur général du Canada de jure, 1er juillet 2017.
All right, so I'm going to add on to this that if any of these organizations, donc je vais ajouter à ceci que si d'aucun ou toutes ces organisations sont présentes sur le territoire du Canada, je vous invite à quitter immédiatement et se faire garder la paix. Donc now I'm going to pass the microphone to Miss Maureen Weir, and you're going to be invited to read that proclamation in English out loud, please. You are invited to first uncut your microphone so people can actually hear you.
Sorry.
No worries.
On this day of grace of January 30th, 2019, by the royal prerogative entrusted to me and by the order of Denis I, King of Canada DE JURE, I hereby declare the participation of Canada in the private organizations listed below invalid as signed by the de facto government, the UN, United Nations, NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, IMF, the International Monetary Fund, BIS, Bank International of Settlements, and BM, the World Bank. Order is given to you to obey immediately. Signed, Angèle Prince, Governor General of Canada DE JURE, July 1st, 2017.
So I'm going to repeat in English what I just said. If any or any group member of these organizations, you are invited to peacefully quit or get out of the physical territory of Canada, and that's all there is to it. So that was today's proclamation. In other news, I'm going to put my face back briefly. Let me just get on with all these windows that I have here. Stop screen sharing. Put my face back into it. Come on. It's giving me trouble. So here's my face. In other news, so the claim of right was done in La Macasa, which is a very small town in the city hall of La Macasa in 2017, in March of 2017, the claim of royal right. We are currently busy translating it, and I'm going to prove it to you by, just doing that. We are right there in the text right now. We are translating it. We're at page 4 of 13. So thanks to Google, who's made the bulk of it for us, we're going to correct. So once this is ready, we're going to read it and provide it to all of you so you can understand what has happened. So you can see here the royal claim of right. But before we do that, and before someone reads it out loud, because it's not completed yet, it's not ready to be properly broadcast to everyone, let me remind you that we are not happy about having to do so. At least I can speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for other people. It is not a normal situation that we're going through. It is not easy. It is not for our own benefit. It is not, at least for my own benefit or private interest. I have no interest of this happening because I'm being well paid by the de facto government, as I served them when I was a military in the Royal Navy. But the fact is, yeah, that they've done some crooked thing over the past, or over the course of the 50 years that have just, well, they're currently going on. And now I'm going to, even though I don't really care about opinion, I'm going to still ask the people that are present on the line here. First, Miss Angèle Prince, both you can answer in French or in English. Vous pouvez donc répondre en français ou en anglais. On n'est pas heureux de ce qui arrive. On n'est pas content. Ce n'est pas dans notre intérêt privé à personne de faire ce qu'on est en train de faire. Ça doit simplement être fait. Donc, it only needs to be done. Offer you the choice, the people of Canada. We are not usurpating any power. We only put a king on the throne and the position that are appointed by him. Donc, on n'usurpe pas le pouvoir. On a mis un roi sur le trône et les positions qui sont donc nommées par lui, qui sont pas donc élues. There's going to be a urgent need for a free election to constitute the government in each province and in Ottawa and in each of the territory. Il y aura donc un besoin urgent de déclencher des élections libres. Puis quand je dis libre, c'est libre des pourris corrompus qui ont fait semblant de nous gouverner jusqu'à maintenant. Dans chacune des provinces et des territoires, we're going to leave that to the people to show up for these positions for election. Right now, we have named appointees by the Constitution. On a donc nommé des positions qui doivent être nommées par la Constitution. Maintenant, je vais quand même demander votre opinion. I'm going to still ask the opinion of the participant here. Miss Angèle Prince, qu'est-ce que vous pensez de ce qui a été fait en général? Alors, je vous laisse le terrain.
Mais en général, je pense que c'est très bien ce qui a été fait parce que du moment que, en tout cas pour ma part, à moi, du moment que j'ai découvert la vérité, je me suis dit que c'était terminé pour eux autres parce qu'ils n'ont pas le droit ils n'avaient pas le droit de toucher à la Constitution. Et puis qu'ils n'avaient pas le droit de nous faire ça, il y a juste un criminel. Alors, it's terrible. I think that so far we've done very much work, even if we don't realize how much work we've done so far. And I think it's a good thing because so far, for me, when I discovered that there was a de facto government, I said to myself that it's not possible that we continue to have such a government to govern us. So the people of Canada might take their joy, faut qu'ils se prennent en main. Autrement dit, les gens du Canada, il faut se prendre en main pour réaliser que ça prend un jugement de jure, comme dans la Constitution du Canada. You have to respect the Constitution of Canada. And they did not, so they just have to get away from it. Get away from the Canada and let us do our job.
Merci beaucoup. Now I'm going to ask Maureen, who came in a little late, but she was there when I've done a constitutional conference last month, January the 2nd, in Lloydminster, Alberta / Saskatchewan, because that's the only town in the country that is over a border. So what do you think about what happened? Microphone is up to you.
Thank you. My role is in this whole operation is to help with the translation of documents. These folks have uncovered a lot of documented evidence to prove that the government is de facto. Most of their documents are in French, and so I am hoping to help them with the translation put that into English so that we can better get our word out.
And what's your thought about the de facto government? Can they stay there even 1 minute longer?
No, they are operating contrary to the Constitution of Canada, and that's not what we, as the people of Canada, want to have in place.
All right. Do you have a personal interest in participating into that, or do you feel that, so anyone else could have done it?
Anybody certainly could have done it. I don't have a personal interest other than I would like to have a free Canada for my children and my grandchildren, and make sure that this country operates according to the Constitution.
In the Constitution, is Canada a corporation, a private interest corporation, or is it a public society? Or is it supposed to be a public society?
As per the Constitution, it is supposed to be a public society.
But that's not what they've done, right? They've created a sole private corporation, and it's operating. It's actually a business, right? A for-profit. Even though they're bankrupted, it's supposed to be a for-profit business.
That's right.
All right. Thank you very much, Maureen. I'm going to ask, before I get to the opinion of Paul, I'm going to ask Angèle. She stepped out for a minute. So I'm going to ask Paul now you also came in the story a little bit later because it took some time to find you. What's your thought about the de facto government? And please uncut your microphone.
When I found out years ago that this government is de facto, I've been trying to bring that to people's attention. And when I came across Jeff in what he's doing, I was asked if I would be willing to take the position of de jure Lieutenant Governor of Ontario, and I accepted the position, even though I don't want to do this. It just needs to be done. Somebody has to do it, so here I am. But at any rate, we need to create a de jure government, and this is what we're here to do anyway.
All right, so to all of you, I'm going to uncut my camera. To all of you, are you willing, when the time comes, to leave your position? To anyone who is willingly and freely want to apply for any of your position? Right now, you're occupying, or you're acting as Lieutenant Governor de jure for Ontario. Angèle Prince is acting as Governor General for Canada. Are you willing to leave your position to anyone who claim it?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am also, because I've decided I freely and willingly applied to be the Governor General of Canada de jure, because there was the Constitution needed somebody there. But I applied for 2 years, so I'm going to be there until July 1st, 2019. But until then, I'm going to do my best to do what I have to do, and hopefully that somebody will apply for my position in July.
Donc, je vais résumer ça en français. On avait donné 2 ans, donc 2 years until July 1st of this year to make it work, to make it spread across Canada and to fill the position. If no one shows up, probably they're going to have to renew their position for a while. Donc, s'il y a personne qui se présente en échange, ils vont probablement devoir occuper pour un autre 2 ans leur propre position, incluant celle de roi. Mais je vous avertis, tous ceux qui sont libres et volontaires, les positions sont à donner. Idéalement, on va organiser un tirage au hasard pour éviter les chicanes et la jalousie. So ideally, we're going to organize a draw for each of the position if several people claim for it, including the seat of the King of Canada, if you feel like it. Because yes, before our claim of right, the claim of right that I've just shown you a few moments ago, alors avant la réclamation de droit royal qu'on vous a montré, there was nobody. Il y avait donc personne. Il y avait le gouvernement de facto et toute leur criminalité qui vient avec. Donc, eux autres, on va les saluer. Vous êtes invités donc à quitter le territoire du Canada parce que c'est ça, on est au courant de ce qui s'est passé. We are aware of what has happened, so I'm going to invite them to peacefully get out of Canada as fast as they can because we are aware of what's going on and we're taking it back no matter what you think. And so, donc, on le reprend. On s'en fout de ce que vous pensez. It's been over 18 months. Ça fait donc plus de 18 mois qu'on travaille sur la situation. We are going, if all goes according to what we've planned. We're going to organize a constitutional conference in Falcon Lake, Manitoba during the month of June of this year to settle the entire thing and to give the people of Canada, donc pour donner le choix aux gens du Canada entre ce que vous avez connu jusqu'à présent, donc le gouvernement de facto criminel, et vous pouvez, si vous voulez continuer la partie, moi j'ai aucun problème avec ça. I have no problem with that. If you choose to keep on going with the de facto government and all of what they've done, you know what to expect because you know what they've done. You know probably better than I do. Donc, vous savez à quoi vous attendre puisque vous savez qu'est-ce qu'ils ont fait. Mais c'est ça. Nous, on organise une conférence constitutionnelle durant le mois de juin qui s'en vient, donc juin 2019 à Falcon Lake en Alberta. Non, Falcon Lake au Manitoba. Et donc, tous les citoyens du Canada sont invités à participer. All citizens of Canada or born people of Canada are invited to participate. There will be no opinion taken in account. Nous ne tiendrons pas compte des opinions, and we will not account for the opinion of corporation for sure. Donc, si vous faites partie d'une corporation ou d'un intérêt privé, c'est certain que votre opinion, on se torche avec. Donc, si c'est pas assez clair pour vous, but for the real people, the people who wants freedom, who love freedom, who wants to see a free Canada, you are invited to participate. Once again, it's not a question of opinion. It's a question of constitution and about the act that we have done. Donc, if you doubt our act, I don't care because everything was notarized. Dolly, it was made publicly up until now, even though you were not informed. That's not our fault. It is the mass media's fault because we've informed them. Donc, ce n'est pas notre faute si vous n'avez pas été informé jusqu'à présent. On a fait de notre mieux, nous, avec nos moyens du bord. C'est la faute des médias de masse qui, eux, veulent ignorer ce qu'on a fait. Ça n'empêche pas que ça a été fait. Once again, I realize that most people will not like what we've done because I don't like it myself, so I'm not going to ask other people to, to do things that I would not do. But we've done it still. Donc, je réalise que la majorité des gens aimeront peut-être pas ce qu'on est en train de faire, mais c'est pas une question d'opinion parce que moi-même, j'aime pas ce que je suis en train de faire, mais c'est comme Angèle le dit, like Angèle said, it was an obligation. It was necessary to be done by and for the people. We are people, regular people, nobodies. We're not doing that to be stars, to be recognized, to be famous, or to make money about it. We've all worked freely. We've all put our own private money into the cause without claiming anything to anyone. So if there's anything, we've paid for it, and we're not looking to make money or our own benefits. And so you are invited, all of you who are watching this live, because there's a bunch of you, or if you are going to watch this later, you are all invited to take a share, participate into it, because we cannot make a country of our own. But if we get no participation, donc on n'a pas de participation, well, we're going to just do like you. We're going to acknowledge the de facto government, and we're going to wait for them to, knock on our door and do their stupid thing, because that's all they've done in 50 years. Donc, on va attendre que ça cogne à la porte, puis qu'ils viennent nous chercher, puis qu'ils nous feront disparaître avec leur stupidité, parce que c'est tout ce qu'ils ont fait depuis 50 ans. Donc, on vous invite encore une fois, si vous voulez être libre, if you want to be free, to jump on board the de jure government or tolerate the de facto that you've known up until now. If you tolerate the de facto, I invite you to go and vote, to go and pay your taxes. That's all their things, to obey the police and to do as they say. Otherwise, you may realize that you now have a choice between the de facto and the de jure. And in the de jure government, we have sworn office onto the Constitution. And, well, there's probably more freedom to a de jure government, but the choice is yours. So any last comment from any of you? We're not going to drag this today. I understand it's already heavy news. It's not going to be light, but it was necessary once again. So I'm going to shut my camera until the end of this stream and leave the floor to you once, not all at once, but one after the other. So Angèle, then Maureen, then Paul, and yeah, from beautiful British Columbia, I am Jeff Fortin if you prefer, just a regular man, nobody, and I was happy to welcome you in the beautiful Rockies in my living room. So, up to you, Angèle.
OK, alors moi, je voudrais vous rappeler, pour le Conseil législatif, que les lettres ont été envoyées pour avoir le OK des gens qui ont participé au tirage, pour faire partie du conseil législatif. On n'a pas reçu toutes les réponses. En fait, on n'a pas reçu toutes les lettres. Alors, j'insiste, j'aimerais que les gens qui ont reçu une lettre pour participer au conseil législatif, parce qu'ils avaient déjà inscrit leur nom, de répondre par oui ou par non s'ils sont encore intéressés, mais au moins de répondre parce qu'on attend les réponses de toutes les enveloppes qui ont été envoyées. Alors, si on n'a pas de réponse, bien là, on va faire recommencer le tirage. So I insist on telling the people who have subscribed their name to the Legislative Council to answer by yes or no, but to answer because we are waiting for the answers and we have not received all the letters that have been mailed. So please, if you received a letter asking you to be part of the Legislative Council, because you put your name on the draw. If you would like to answer yes or no, but at least to answer as soon as possible so we can go on with this. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup, Peuple du Canada. Anyone else has to say something?
Yeah, I could add to that. Like myself, I'm looking for people to form the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. So if you need, I'm the one to contact if you want to be involved in that. So I need names for that, and I want a lot of names that we could choose from. So if you want to know more, try to find me on Facebook. I'm there, Paul Chauvin, and
I don't have Facebook, so I'm going to have to get your email by through GF.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that after this. Okay, but if you're looking for Paul Chauvin, there's lots of Paul Chauvins. This is what I look like on Facebook. If you can see the Canadian flag, that is me.
Okay. Et merci beaucoup, Maureen, pour participer. Thank you so much, Maureen, to participate in the translating of the documents. And this is very important, and this is, I appreciate very much because it has to be both in French and in English. And I thank you very much for your courage.
Before we get with Maureen, I almost forgot something, so I'm going to take back the camera and microphone for a moment. We are currently forming the Secretary of Information for the Constitutional Monarchy of Canada, and I would like to invite Angèle Prince to invite Maureen to officially and publicly accept the position as director of this, well, currently non-existing body, but it's going to be up to her to keep the archive if she accepts, and of course work behind the curtain to make everything available. We have lots of things that we need to share over the year that we've collected, and it will need to be done in time. So yes, please, Angèle, if you would ask officially Maureen to form and occupy the board for the Secretary of Information of Constitutional Monarchy of Canada.
Okay, Maureen, please, would you like to to be part of the Constitution by being the first one on the officially the registration of documents for Canada?
I'd be happy to do that. My goal is to bring this information to the people in English because I've seen what you've done and I've seen the validity of the documents and everything is in French. So we need to work to get this into English.
Thank you very much. We are very proud to have you with us.
Thank you.
Any final word for Maureen? Because I have something more to say. I always have something to say anyway.
No, you go ahead.
All right. So everybody who may be living near or is able to get into Lloydminster, Alberta / Saskatchewan on the weekend of the 9th of February, if I remember correctly, you may wish to contact the Lieutenant Governor of Alberta, which is Carl Edward Fleury, because I'm going to be there in person for a second constitutional conference there. The reason for that is because the sound was really crappy on the first conference, and it was on a really short notice. So we want to do it again, make sure that it's recorded properly. Every video was available on my channel. I had to take it down because the sound was really crappy. So yeah, the weekend of February 9th, I'm going to be in Lloydminster, Alberta, or anywhere in between before that, from BC to there. I'm going to drive there, so if any hitman wants to hit me in between, I don't care, because I've not done that. And beside, there's now many people across Canada. We are fully aware of the situation. This is for good governance and for peace that we're doing that. Once again, not for our own benefits, fame, glory. So I'll take this occasion to say that I don't care if you're sharing this or not. I don't care for the likes or dislike. I really don't care. This is not for fame or glory. It was done solely, yeah, or the only reason why it was done is because it was the truth, and we're tired of the lie. So if you want to get some more lie, you know what to do. Otherwise, you may support the constitutional monarchy made by and for the people. So thank you very much for, if you've watched this live or if you're gonna watch it later, thank you very much. And your participation freely and willingly is appreciated. We're still doing it no matter what. If you don't like us, it's still the truth. So if you don't like the truth, that's all there is to it. You can oppose the truth, because truth always goes through three inevitable stages. First, it is violently opposed, then it is laughed at, and finally, it is accepted as the truth. So yeah, happy to share it with us. If you wish so, we are going to be happy to see you if you share the truth with us or to any other people. But that's all there is to it. Thank you very much once again. And so once again, my name was Jean-François Fortin, or Jeff Fortin. Mon nom était donc et toujours Jean-François Fortin. En tout cas, je pense bien que c'est ça. Et puis je vous salue bien bas. I salute you, people of Canada and of goodwill, from the beautiful Rockies in British Columbia. So thank you for being here. Donc à partir des Rocheuses dans la Colombie-Britannique, j'étais heureux de vous accueillir sur ma chaîne et puis je vous souhaite tout le bonheur que vous pouvez mériter. So you people, please stay on the line. I'm going to shut the stream, and we can keep on talking right after that. So let me just get my windows together, and thank you very much, everyone. Goodbye.